I am in Skopje, North Macedonia. Well, that was a first. I couldn't hold it, so I just found a random tree and popped a squat. Bravo, friends! I am in Skopje, North Macedonia right now, and I am so excited to be here. So I'm actually starting my day here in the main square, and you can see behind me a really famous statue. It's actually humongous, but the statue is called Warrior on a Horse, but everybody understands it as Alexander the Great. They name it Warrior on the Horse because of the tension between Greece and with Alexander the Great being the founder of Greece or Macedonia. There's a little bit of tension, so Macedonians just named it Warrior on a Horse. But it's humongous. So I've been wanting to come to Macedonia for a couple years now, and the reason being, no one really talks about this European country, and I've learned so much since doing a little bit of research that I need to share with you. So to give you a little geography and history lesson of North Macedonia, Macedonia is a landlocked Balkan country with Greece to the south, Albania to the west, and Serbia and Kosovo to the north. In 1991, Macedonia broke apart from the former Yugoslavia and became the Republic of Macedonia. However, there's a lot of tension, especially with Greece, surrounding the word Macedonia, because the Greeks believe that Macedonia started in Greece, and no one else has the right to say it because Greece also has their own region called Macedonia. So, shortly, like about a year ago, Macedonia and Greece came up with an agreement to rename Macedonia, or the Republic of Macedonia, to be the Republic of North Macedonia. So there is your little history lesson for the Republic of North Macedonia. And now let's get on to exploring and seeing more of the city. There's a few interesting things which I had no idea that happened here in Skopje, and I'm excited to tell you guys about it. So right from the main square, you can see right behind me is the old stone bridge, and this bridge is very, very old. It has been reconstructed a few times because of damage and earthquakes and things like that, but this bridge connects the new town to the old town, or like the Ottoman to the modern, Albanian, Macedonian, whatever side you want to call it. But it is right here, and it's a big symbol here for Macedonia and for Skopje as well, because I've seen pictures of the bridge lots of different places. So I finally crossed the old stone bridge now into the old town, and you can see right behind me their fortress. It's called Kale Fortress. I had no idea that it was really this close to the city, but it's so cool that it's that close. But I also heard that there is a bazaar on this side of the city, and it's supposed to be the second largest bazaar next to Istanbul here in the Europe-Balkan area. So I want to go check it out. So I think I found the old bazaar. I was kind of expecting like a covered shopping market area, but it seems more just along a lot of miscellaneous shops, some souvenir shops all along the open streets here. So I'm going to explore some more, see if I can find a postcard that I like, and see what else there is. So I've just been walking the streets and I happened to find, I think what the actual bazaar is, I found like fruit and vegetable market all in here, so let's go have a look around inside. So I think it's time for lunch, and I keep seeing these little restaurant cafes with these guys standing in the window grilling food. So I'm gonna find one, pop in, and get something to eat. So I just ordered something called kebab, which is basically like little sausage dumplings, they call it, with like sausage links. And I also ordered a cucumber salad, which is just like tzatziki. And they gave it super generous serving of bread, so I kind of made like a little sandwich, if you will. It's so nice. It's really nice and refreshing. And it really kind of cuts the grease of the sausage, which is really good. Much at the entrance of the bazaar or of Old Town, and I had to pick up a drink that I've already tried, but it seems to be everywhere, and it is quite delicious. So this drink is called salak, and it's basically steamed milk with cinnamon and other spices, and it is really good, and it's a perfect little warm-up. So good. I also picked up a little treat to go with the already sweet drink, but it's one of my favorite desserts. So I picked up baklava, and if you've never tried baklava, you have to give it a try. It is so good. If you don't know what it is, basically it's like a puff pastry, not puff pastry, but it's made with phyllo dough, or phyllo dough, if you know what that is. It's this paper thin layered pastry dough with crushed nuts and then topped with syrup. It's so good, so sweet. It's amazing. You can just see syrup ooze out of there. One of my favorites. So I've learned it's kind of like a Turkish dessert. There's a big Turkish population here, but the Turks usually use pistachios and Macedonians use walnuts. And I love pistachios, they're my favorite nut in the world. But I have to say, I kind of like the walnut ones better. Not gonna lie. So, like I said, Kale Fortress is super, super close to the old city. I'm a little bit fortress castled out at the moment, so I'm not gonna go up. But it's so close of a walk if you wanted to check it out. So I'm crossing back over to the new town on what they call the Freedom Bridge, which is a tribute to all the people that have fought to free Macedonia, which is pretty cool. But one thing that I had no idea was that there's a holiday here that I just caught a little bit of, but apparently the church priest, bishop, cardinal person, I don't know, I'm sorry, he throws a cross out into the river, and a bunch of people go and try and catch it. So I saw him singing, or I saw the priest singing, but I missed them throwing it in the water, and I missed them catching the cross. All I saw was the group of people walking back to mainland, so I'll show you the little bit of clips that I got. But there were so many people out, it was crazy, and it was kind of cool to be there. Also, one thing that you'll notice right away when you come to the new town in Skopje are the amount of statues everywhere. There's one here, and they just right there, over there, over there, over there. They're everywhere, and they're all so big. So I already knew that there was a lot of statues that were going to be here in Skopje, but I didn't realize really how many and how big they were. But the funny thing is that they're actually all pretty new. Like within the past 5 or 6 years, the government wanted to re-renovate it and spend lots of money making these statues everywhere. And I think it's a little controversial with some of the locals if the money was well spent or not. So one thing I was actually really surprised to learn is that Mother Teresa was actually born here in Skopje, and right behind me is a little memorial to her, and I think it's a little museum, so I want to see how much it costs to get in and have a little look around. Top here, there's actually a really cute little chapel. It's so pretty and it's so bright and airy. It's beautiful. And the really cool thing is that this is a really interesting museum, and it's free to come in. You can just donate if you choose to. But awesome, and I had no idea that this was even here. It's so cool. One big thing to come and see in Skopje is going up Mount Vodo and seeing the Millennial Cross. Now, in order to do that, you could either drive or you could take the public bus. But to use public transportation, you're going to need to get a Metro card. And you can only get a Metro card at a kiosk. And the one that I found the most easiest is at the bus station. The bus station is actually one that can do like long journeys, and then also it's the public bus station as well. So you just pick up a card for 150 dirham, and then you can use your card 3 times, and then you can fill it up as much as you like. So I just picked up my card, and you want to take bus 25 to get you up to Mount Vodo. And they do have platform numbers, and so you just follow the platform 25, and then you'll be able to take the bus right up. So I'm gonna go do that right now. The bus leaves in about 10 minutes, and once we get there, I'm really excited to see the Millennial Cross. I did actually struggle to find the little kiosk. I had to ask a bunch of different people inside the actual bus station, but you have to leave the bus station where you buy all your tickets and then come out to the public bus station, and at the exit is that little kiosk, and that's where you can go and buy your ticket. But something I found really interesting here in Skopje, I don't know if you've noticed, but there are a bunch of red double-decker buses here. And I learned the reason for that is the earthquake back in the 60s. London actually gave them a bunch of their buses. So that's really interesting. I think double-decker buses are so much fun. So the bus just dropped us off at the cable car parking lot, and the cable cars go up on the hour for 30 minutes. So for example, it starts running from 12 to 12:30, 1 to 1:30, 2 to 2:30. So yeah, tickets are 100 dinar, which is about $2. And yeah, so let's go take the cable car up the mountain. Alright, so I just dropped off the cable car, or the ropeway is what they call it, and there is snow up here. Well, more ice than snow, but it's super cool, and you get a really cool view of Skopje. Right behind me is the Millennial Cross, and it signifies 2,000 years of Christianity being here in Macedonia. It's like 66 meters tall, which makes it one of the tallest crosses in the world. And so you can see it down from the city. It's humongous. I can't believe just on the other side of the mountain that this is Skopje. It's absolutely beautiful. It is so beautiful up here, and you can spend a few hours. I think picnicking up here would be a really nice way to spend like a weekend afternoon. With the beautiful views, a nice picnic, it would be beautiful. There's also a little park back here. If you had kids, they could have fun at this little park, which is really cute. So they do have a little market shop up here, like a little snack store. It also seems to be like a juice store as well, but I don't know if they're closed for good or just closed for the season. There are no toilets up here, which is an issue because I really have to pee. It's only down at the entrance of the cable car, so the next cable car doesn't leave for another like 20 minutes, so hopefully I can hold it for another half hour. Well, that was a first. I couldn't hold it, so I just found a random tree and popped a squat because I couldn't hold it. Alright, so I made it back to the city. I forgot to mention that the bus from the bus station to the cable car took only half an hour, so super short ride. It was such an awesome little trip too. I definitely recommend going to Mount Vodo. The views are absolutely beautiful. If you've happened to notice, but there's a pirate ship behind me. And there's actually quite a few here along the river, and there's one like pretty much on each of the bridges. There's 4 main bridges here on this river, and they're actually restaurants and cafes. So I want to go inside, take a peek, see how expensive the restaurant is.
Alright, so I just ordered a classic burger here. The menu seems pretty westernized, so nothing too traditional or local. But burger sounded great, comes with fries, which is delicious. So, pretty good burger. These fries are really good though. I love it when they're like little potato wedges. Not too expensive. The burgers are on like $4, so quite affordable, which is awesome.
Alright you guys, I'm going to end the video right here. I hope you had fun with me exploring Skopje, North Macedonia, discovering a whole new city and something that you might not have even realized existed in Europe. But I'm so excited and I'm so happy that I had the chance to explore it and see something new and see someplace new. So with that, if you guys want to see what I get up to next, don't forget to hit subscribe and I will see you guys there.